I'm Lynn Hernandez with Hot Topic. We're talking with the CEO of Gatesway, Judi Myers, and Deanna McClung.
For people with intellectual disabilities to be as independent as they can possibly be, and that's all different levels. So for some people, it's picking out their clothes. For someone else, it's having a job in the community. So we have all gamuts of where people are and where they fit. One of the programs that I'm really, our newest program is called Transition, and it's for juniors and seniors in high school. And we actually take them half a day, and we have the lady that teaches that, or that's in charge of that, has a master's degree in special education, and it's actually job sampling for the students. And the reason we got involved in that is because so many students that are in special education in high school, after high school, they're just dropped. They're not on a state waiver, so they're not in a particular employment program. And Dawn has had success, just wonderful success, getting a lot of these students out to the different places where we job, and we job sample. So they job sample out in different community environments, and the employers have been real generous that a lot of times by the time they finish, those folks have a job in that restaurant or in that business. So our transition program is absolutely fantastic.
So I imagine as CEO, you have some businesses that you really would love to give a big thank you to on these 6 radio stations that Hot Topic airs on. You mentioned Walmart. Reesers. And Reesers were 2 of your biggest. BizJet.
We're active with BizJet. We have a janitorial crew that does Crosby, and Crosby has been our longest term vendor for piecework, and we've had a contract with Crosby for well over 20 years. And then second to that is Spirit Aerosystems.
Okay.
And we do good work for them, and they have been really supportive of us and helping in the environment on campus to make that environment look nice. They've redone the rooms. They've done excellent for us. So those are our big ones right now.
And those are giant companies. Clearly, these companies, and as you mentioned, one has been with you for over 20 years, Judi. Clearly, these companies get something positive out of being a partner with Gatesway. I want you to talk to a business owner right now here that's listening this early Sunday morning. They're just trying to wake up, first cup of coffee, maybe, about to get the kids out of bed to get ready for church. So if this business owner wants to be a part of this also and think, you know what, I really have been thinking about expanding a department and wanted to do something like this with a company like Gatesway, what would you say to that business owner?
I would say give me a call, and we'll be out there in about 5 minutes.
Get your slippers on.
Right. Lexus is one of our big in vocational rehabilitation. We've got lots of our vocational rehabilitation people that are working there at Lexus, and they're probably, and Apache both. Those two are 2 of the ones that we've had a lot of success placing people there. We have one gentleman that we served years and years ago at TCC, and he has been with TCC 20 years or more. So the success rate, when you get one of our individuals and they enjoy that work, they're there. I mean, the time they're the most unhappy is when they can't go to work.
Oh.
So good employees, and plus you get a tax credit too. So I'm not the one to talk about the tax credits, but there's lots of advantages to letting us come in and help you with your business.
Okay, so you mentioned call me. Just call me.
Absolutely.
How do they call you?
They can call me at 918-259-3586.
There you go. We'll give that number out a couple more times
Absolutely.
before the end of the show. And I just pulled up your Facebook page, 2014 Balloon Festival, Gatesway Community Organization. I encourage those of you listening this morning to pick up your smartphone right now, go to Facebook and just search Gatesway and click like. We're in that Facebook kind of world now, and lots of likes always seems to help get the word out.
It's a lot of fun to be on Facebook because there's a lot of pictures of me on the Facebook and at Christmas time and all kinds of stuff. But I am one of the spokespersons for Gatesway.
Well, that's great. Yeah, it's such a easy way, and it's
Yeah.
free. Facebook is free for the most part.
And we have a really nice website now, too. And if they want to
Yes.
get an e-newsletter from us, they can click into that, and we can get them acquainted with us in a more personal way. And we have a Donate Now button.
Yeah.
So they can
Yeah.
donate anytime they
Yeah.
want to.
There you go. And it's easy, gatesway.org,
Yes.
Yes.
right? And you've got links to Facebook,
Mhm.
you got links to Google,
Yep.
Twitter, and, social networking is sort of, where we're at these days.
Absolutely.
So it's
Right.
great. It's great that you're plugged into the social networking world. I'm Lynn Hernandez with Hot Topic. We're talking with the CEO of Gatesway, Judi Myers, and Deanna McClung, one of the clients.
McClung.
McClung.
Light lung.
Okay, like McClung. Okay. Deanna, you mentioned earlier a little bit about what it's like being with Gatesway. What is your daily routine like out
My
there?
daily routine is I get up, get dressed, ready for work, get my lunch pail, get everything together, and then I'm at the workshop, and it brightens my day because I can see everybody smile when I walk in the room.
That's
Pretty
great.
neat.
You have lots of friends in there.
Yes,
and
I do. I have friends outside of Gatesway and through the community because I I'm a social butterfly. I never meet a stranger.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so when did you come to Gatesway?
I moved from home.
Like how old were you when you got to Gatesway?
21.
21.
Mhm.
So you were at home first, and then you moved into Gatesway.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful to hear a fun story like that. I bet you have lots of friends there and
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of fun
Yeah.
stories.
My family is very supportive of me, and I have a sister that's expecting. And
Oh,
so that's
wow.
really exciting for me.
That she will brighten up the room too.
Yeah.
Bring in a little baby.
Yes, yes.
Well, that's great. Okay, Judi. So we've talked about the mission. We've talked about the wonderful Balloon Fest every year, and we've talked about how a business owner that's listening to KMOD to Hot Topic right now, how they can help out Gatesway. What else would you like to let the community of the Northeast Oklahoma know?
Would like to let them know that we would love to tour if they're an employer and want to tour and see what we do with the people that work sub-minimum wage, which means piecework. If they have things that we can put together for them, like we do for Crosby and like we do for Mesa and like we do for Spirit Air Systems, if they come out and see the quality of work that we do, I think they'd be real surprised, especially right now with the economy the way it is, and everybody needs entry-level employees. Instead of having an entry-level employee, they can come to Gatesway. We can do that entry-level information for them or whatever they need us to put together. We've got people that have super, super talents. So we can love to do that, and we just got information. We have a very low turnover rate. We do. And people that work for us, they stay. So they don't have to worry about giving us a contract and us not being able to meet it, because we do.
And another one, we go to Special Olympics every year. It's fun. We bowl in the winter, and then we go to Stillwater in the summer. It's fun.
Oh, that does sound like fun.
It is. I've been in it since I was little, so yeah.
So talk about National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
What we're trying to do on a national level is show that the people with intellectual disabilities are very able to work side by side by you in the community. And that's really what the main emphasis across the state is. This year, as far as something even in the legislature, what we're trying to do is we'll be working with Representative Terry O'Donnell, and tomorrow, in fact, and we'll be actually working with him to have some legislation for the folks that work employment and have employment first legislation, which makes it more official. Oklahoma has one of the very best employment practices in the United States. I mean, we are looked at nationally right here in Oklahoma. We may have some things they don't like about us, but working with disabilities, we are definitely a leader in that. Regina Chase is in charge of that division, and she does a superb job of employment in Oklahoma.
Well, that's certainly, yes, a nice thing to hear when your home state
Absolutely.
has really stepped up like that. Yes, I'm sure it takes lots of friends to help out an organization like Gatesway, not just business owners, companies that will hire the clients that are there at Gatesway, but also politicians. You're a nonprofit,
Absolutely.
right? So you just need funding, and that's a way to help that too, right?
Yeah, and I kind of would like to address that just a little bit, because what happens, and there's over 100 of us that are agencies in Oklahoma. This isn't just, it's, yes, I love Gatesway, but there's a lot of us out there. And the sad truth is our people are working at poverty level. An entry-level person coming into this field makes approximately $8 an hour. So that means they take home something around $5 an hour. And when you think about that and you think about your life, how long's it been since you've had to work for $8 an hour? So they have to do either overtime with us or a second job, and for some of them, a third job. And that's sad. I mean, people should be given a adequate pay for what they do. We have excellent benefits at Gatesway, probably one of the best as far as benefits are concerned. But benefits are great, but that doesn't put bread and milk on your table for your children.
Right.
So we do need everybody's help on letting the state and federal government know, come on, they need to step up, and they do need to raise the rate that we get paid in Oklahoma.
Raise the minimum wage.
Well,
Is that what you mean?
no, I mean the rate that we get from the state and federal government.
I see. Okay.
If we raise the rate right now, if they raise minimum wage to $10.10 an hour, you're going to put many providers out of work, because we only, in the very largest program that we have, we make a little over $15 an hour. If you raise the rate to $10.10 an hour, and then we put benefits on top of that, we're not making even enough money to pay their salary, especially if they work overtime. So they're going to have to raise the rate if they raise minimum wage. They have to.
Well, I'm sure it's a very rewarding place to be in more ways than one. You must come across lots of clients in the past, Judi, that you've worked with, maybe with Gatesway or another organization. Talk a little bit about your feelings on what it's like to actually be the CEO of Gatesway.
This has been I think the culmination of everything I've done, because I've worked in the field almost 50 years, and I've seen
you must have started when you were 10.
I did. I was a baby in diapers, but I've been in 7 different states, and it's been a ride. I can't tell you how wonderful it is serving people that have intellectual disabilities, and that's basically what I've done. It's awesome. When you see people that are very shy, and all at once they start to talk, and then they want to get a job, and you're not truly part of the community until you have a job, because you have no money to spend. And we want our people to have jobs and to be out in the community and to go to church with you and to work, like I said earlier, work side by side with you. Watching some of the individuals that we've had have come from not feeling successful themselves, and once they get a job and they have friends in the community, and those friends come and get them and take them out to lunch or take them to their church, it really changes their whole world. So working is really, really important.
It's very rewarding to the person and to your friend or family, because it changes their perspective on people with disabilities, because they're like, oh, I'm going to get, no, you're not going to get it. It's just something that some people learn slower than others, because it's so, this world that we live in is so hush-hush about it, but we got a voice too. We got to stand up too.
Well, that's great. And yes, and I'm sure that it's rewarding on your end too to get a job and
absolutely
feel like everybody else that has to go to work and maybe complain about it once in a while. We all do, right? From our jobs.
Yeah.
But yet, like you said, it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
As a client there at Gatesway.
It's very it's a learning experience for some. But we can all overcome obstacles. We can all overcome. It doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. We can all overcome obstacles.
Boy, if that shouldn't be a billboard all over town, I don't know what should be. Those are great words. Perfect way to say that, Deanna.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, ladies, for coming by, and wish you all the best of luck. And Judi, what next for Gatesway? I know you just had your giant event, the Balloon Fest, every September. What now?
We'll be raising money for Christmas for the people that don't have families, and that way they can have a nice Christmas also. So we'll have that will be starting the end of this month. We have a big gala that we'll be having in April at the casino in Catoosa. So we'll be at the Hard Rock having lots of fun again.
Yes.
So there's always an event on the horizon.
There's always, Gatesway is a busy agency, but yet it gets the word out there. We're not out there to advertise, but we're out there to say, hey, try Gatesway.
Here we
You'll
are.
love it.
Well, and that's a great segue. Judi, you mentioned before, if anybody wants to get a hold of me, if there's a business out there listening that would love to hire some of our clients and see how rewarding it is, just have them call me. Again, what is your phone number?
My direct number is 918-259-3586. And if they would like an awesome, rewarding job, we've got plenty of openings out there.
Yes, we do.
There you go. Judi Myers, the CEO of Gatesway. The website is full of great pictures and information and contact information as well, plus links to Facebook, Google, Twitter, and all those social networking sites. So gatesway.org, right?
Yes.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much again for coming in and being a guest on Hot Topic, and please come back real soon, okay?
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's my hot air balloon?
Come for a ride.